Hello everyone, welcome to this talk. Thank you for spending a few moments with me. Today we're going to talk about Tai Chi and how it can help prevent and regulate anxiety in this modern world. As we know, Tai Chi is an ancient Chinese practice that is often described as a meditation in motion. We can go very deep, very long, for a very long time into what Tai Chi is, the meaning, the practice, etc., because that's a topic I'm very passionate about. I love it. I practice it regularly. So in this case, we're going to kind of frame it a little bit short in order for us to fill the agenda and don't deviate much. So Tai Chi is basically practice a martial art that combines slow, gentle flowing movements with deep breathing and mindfulness. I would say more of attention, awareness, and intention in the practice. And this works a lot to calm the nervous system, paying attention and focusing the mind to release physical tension where we often hold stress. And that is because when we are actually in the practice, what we usually do is first relax, start into a very relaxed state. The more relaxed, the better, because that means the practice will be even more beneficial. And after that, we'll start learning how to move in certain harmony, move with the body, and at the same time, avoid being tense. So while all of that happens, usually the mind has a lot going on inside that usually forgets everything in the outside. And it's a very nice practice because either way we get into a very concentrated state, even with the purpose of learning moving, right? And to start, I'm sure you have heard this before, but in a world that runs from one thing to the other lately, like everything is about the next discovery, the next AI, the next thing that can do this and that, and people saying how uncertain the future is, and we already know that. From the moment we appear on Earth, our time is counted, and that uncertainty of what happens after we're dead, etc., 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 we can delve into those philosophical aspects of life that give us a certain amount of uncertainty of the future. A healthy amount of it is when we can put ourselves to think about what we're going to do in the future. It's even exciting to think about it, what we're going to do, the way we're going to prosper, the way we're going to move things, this and that. But when it comes to the unhealthy side of it, then we start preoccupying on what's going to happen tomorrow, what I'm going to do, if I'll be able to solve this problem or not. And then I start running a million scenarios in my head, back and forth over the same thing. And that will only deplete our energy, overload our internal systems, and create anxiety. And if we can adapt this interesting tale about, imagine you have two wolves inside your head. One is anxiety and the other one is serenity. Which one wins? And I think this is a very old tale. Most likely you already know the answer. But yeah, the one that you feed. So today we're going to learn a little bit more about how can we feed the wolf of serenity using the ancient practice of Tai Chi and try to keep the anxious wolf at bay, right? So how does anxiety looks like or actually feels like inside? Anxiety is not just about worrying. It shows up in your body through thoughts and actions, and recognizing the signs is the first step. I know all these seminar or these talks are about anxiety, and we most likely are already very aware of it. Just in case this is your first approach and you haven't heard of the other ones, we're going to delve a little bit into it. Our physical symptoms will be a racing heart, for example, shortness of breath, chest tightness, trembling, sweating, probably some digestive issues. We can feel this slight nausea that's coming up. Muscle tension, of course, that's pretty normal, pretty standard for either stressful situation, especially anxious situations. And it will concentrate most likely in shoulders and neck, right? On the other side, our mental and emotional symptoms can be constant and uncontrollable worry about anything really. So whatever we catch in and our brain attaches to, and then we start thinking about how impossible it's going to be to solve something or how uncertain something is going to be, and we start catastrophizing the situation into that worst case scenario as usual, then we're getting anxious and we're just propagating that effect in time. It's like a ripple effect. The more we think about it, the worse it becomes. And our behavioral symptoms usually will be avoiding situations that trigger worry, being restless, fidgety, and having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. That means we don't sleep and then out of the blue we wake up thinking that we just forgot something or we're not sure if we close the car, if we are somewhere else. A very interesting way to put it, one of my teachers will say, is this small talk about imagine that you're arriving to the best show, orchestra, play, music, whatever you want it to be. And you're going in, you just bought the VIP tickets, you are in the best place you could be. The moment you sit down and the orchestra starts playing, you just remind that you didn't close your car. Therefore, you're not paying attention of what's happening now, and you're thinking what's the worst case scenario about your car, if someone is gonna notice, if someone is gonna open it, they're gonna take it away. So you're unable to leave the orchestra playing because you're already in the stadium, doors are locked, and you're not enjoying the orchestra, and you're also not able to solve or modify or do something about your car that's being unlocked, or you think that is unlocked. Basically, that's anxiety, and that is not good. So, modern science is validating that practitioners have known for centuries, or what practitioners have known for centuries. And this research includes studies published in journals like the Clinical Psychiatry, and it shows that regular Tai Chi practice actually can lower cortisol levels, can increase or boost the gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA, and it activates a relaxation response. With all this said, and also increases the mind-body connection. Why this is important? Why would we like to do that? Well, reducing the cortisol levels, it means we reduce the stress hormones, or the bad hormones, so to speak. The increase of GABA levels that means it's a neurotransmitter that produces a calming effect in the body. So imagine, just as well as stimulating your vagus nerve to help soothe the body and create this parasympathetic response, GABA will also help the brain put a stop to it. And activating this relaxation response that will help us to increase the deep breathing and activate the rest and digest response within the body. It's important because it's basically the opposite of the fight or flight response, or that stress anxiety response, and it will tell your body that you're safe and you're good to relax and let things go. So imagine at some point that you're inside the theater, you forgot to close your car, and everything is just getting chaotic, and you take 5 minutes and you start practicing a small Tai Chi form, sitting in your seat, and then out of the blue you remember you have insurance, there's nothing to worry about, and you're here to see your best performance artist, and then you can relax and just enjoy the music. And when you go out the theater, your car's still there, everything was good, you actually did lock the car, so nothing to worry about really. The improvement of the mind-body connection is important because the moment we start paying attention on how our body moves and the sensations it produces is the moment that we can actually be also mindful of when we are drifting into an anxious state response. If we already notice that, oh, something is tense in me, that's not good, then we can do something about it instead of neglecting it for the next 6 months and then until we have a breakdown, a meltdown, or we need actual immediate support or medical support, which is not necessarily good, right? And also, to add for this, we have seen that the practice of Tai Chi has also has shown an increase in BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which basically supports your cognitive functions, your mood regulation, and helps your brain become more resilient to stress. And I would say also that practicing what we say, or what we call, is psychosomatic practice helps also to increase neuroplasticity in the brain. When we're remembering movements, sequences, we move all the body, we are aware of our feet as well as our head, our breathing, our internal organs, how we're relaxing, paying attention that we're not tensing anything else, that we're not creating any sort of stagnation, etc., etc. That helps also our brain to keep healthy for learning. So, well, quite a lot of good stuff going on in here. Anxiety often makes us feel disconnected from our bodies, or make us feel stuck in our head. That's because we're constantly thinking about the possible outcomes in the future, or we're over worrying about the future. And in this case, Tai Chi will help us combat directly that through something called proprioception, the way our body moves. This proprioception, just imagine it like your body has an internal GPS and has the sense of where our limbs are in space without having to look at them, right? So the slow, deliberate movement of Tai Chi, the way you force your attention to this sense and be aware that, okay, my hand is out, about, and I can feel it. Now I'm retreating one, pulling the other one forward, moving again. All this paying attention, basically, between awareness and attention, help us to feel the weight of the shifts, to notice our balance, to sense the position of our hands, our body in general, how we're standing, keeping our feet well grounded. And this process has a powerful circuit breaker for anxious thoughts. Therefore, as I was telling you at the beginning, the moment we start doing the practice, super interesting because you're paying attention to a lot of things happening at the same time that you're no longer thinking anything else, not even music. So, at least for me, it's very important when, at least for beginners practice, not to be messed with music outside. I've seen a lot of teachers doing that, like play the music and follow the form. That's basically just slow Zumba. That doesn't work for our purposes. If we're actually trying to get and reap off benefits of the Tai Chi practice, the Qigong practice, then we need to actually pay a lot of attention in everything that's happening inside and everything that makes us go outside, including these rumiant thoughts, are not good. We actually are not in favor of that. Until you're actually a seasoned practitioner, then yeah, I mean, play the music, but in the end, probably you're not going to pay attention to it either way, right? Well, what Tai Chi will help us in the most basic level while we're learning is help us to be present in the moment. That's it. And that will be more than enough to get all the anxiety, get out of the body. And now, in that same way, from the TCM perspective, anxiety is also seen as a disruption of the chi, or our vital energy. So imagine that we have a lot of little highways all over the body that interconnect everything together, of course in a proper way, and out of the blue we create some anxiety, and that creates some stagnation, basically like a traffic jam. So now nothing goes up, everything starts accumulating here, nothing goes up, now we start depleting the up, then there is an imbalance. What happened? We need to clear this stagnation, we need to clear the meridian and help that highway to flow naturally again. So everything that was exceeded here now disperses and nurtures everything that's up. I'm trying to say that anxiety is not an isolated event. Every imbalance basically affects us in a different way, not only just one way. And we want to see it in different layers. Then basically we're affecting different layers of ourselves, from the biochemicals part to the emotional, spiritual, energetical part. All of those layers that compound us are affected one way or the other. If we start making a lot of thoughts about the future and keep ourselves stuck in it, we are affecting our body. And the other way around, if we, for example, eat the wrong way and we overload our stomach and our spleen channel, then our thoughts are more likely to jump or drift into that direction, into the unbalanced side of things, therefore giving birth to an unvirtuous cycle. And the other way around also happens. The more balanced we are, the more we practice, the more we stay present, the more we are kind of immutable, then it really doesn't matter what comes to. We're able to sort it out and stay neutral. And in that matter, well, we already know that the heart meridian is attacked. The heart meridian is basically the house of the share, the house of the spirit. And when the spirit is unrested, unsettled, it's like, imagine that you have a really nice, comfortable chair, and the moment you sit down, you start feeling that some ants are crawling into you. So all of a sudden, you're actually not enjoying the seat, right? It's like, I feel something's crawling on me, and maybe some of them bite, and then now all the blue, instead of enjoying the seat and your presence, you're worried about everything that's happening around you and unable to concentrate and enjoy it. Also, of course, pericardium and heart meridians are targeted or influenced or disrupted, so to speak. For example, in the case of the pericardium, we consider the pericardium a heart protector. It shields the heart from intense emotional shocks. In this case, it also hits the pericardium, and just imagine the pericardium as the outer shelf of the heart, and in an emotional, energetic sense, it will protect or shield the heart from those intense emotional shocks. And when we practice that soothe of the pericardium meridian, we can help to feel less emotionally vulnerable. That means we can stay more balanced, more centered, more calm, regardless of the situation. And of course, we can go on and on into these different alterations of the order of our internal body, but you get the idea, right? So now, a small reflection, go with the flow, right? For me, that kind of resembles us following something all the way kind of behind. And that can also actually increase anxiety, in the sense that what if you're following the wrong direction, right? How do you follow? How do you actually flow? How do you actually go with the flow? In the sense of the Tai Chi practice, the idea is not to go with the flow, it's to become the flow. So imagine this, and this is from a poem, I think from Khalil Gibran, if I remember correctly. He talks about how a river is so afraid to go into the ocean, afraid that he will lose himself, that he will lose everything that he has done. And in these travels, it's so worried about what's going to happen the moment he reaches the ocean. But after he reaches the ocean and gets into it, he becomes the ocean. So he's no longer worried if it was small, little, back and forth. Now he is the ocean. And now he is strong and big. And instead of fearing that unknown destination, now he has become it and has embraced the power of it. So what about if we don't fight about this future, uncertain future, but actually become the future? We follow nature rules and we start trusting a little bit more and understand, and then us becoming that sort of flow. That will be very cool and part of the intention of the Tai Chi practice. Well, let's keep doing it, and I'm gonna break the presentation to actually go through some small practice that might help you in the beginning. Please stay with me. The first block is gonna be what we call the Wuji stance. We can do an actual weekend workshop or a week workshop about Wuji stance, the philosophical endpoints of it, why it's important, how to operate it correctly, blah, blah, blah. And in this case, I'm just going to make it a brief introduction because there are myriad subtleties that we need to take into account to make it like the perfect Wuji stance. But as long as we pay attention to a few factors, it should be enough to actually reap benefits from it and start practicing. The suggestion, as with any other practice, is be constant about it. If you think, or if you've seen, not you think, if you've seen some YouTube videos about it, there's a bunch of people saying, oh yeah, do this 15 times a day and that's it. Well, it will only work if you actually do it 15 times a day for the next 2 years. If you just do it 15 times a day for the next week, you might reap some benefits. I won't say no, but it won't be enough to actually notice a considerable difference. In the case of anxiety in modern days, due to the amount of information and the rapid growth and change of everything, it might be important to make it not only a practice, but a way of life, and do your practice regularly, meaning every day, probably for the rest of your life. Let's continue and get ready. Thank you for joining me for this small session. I will be guiding you through a quick Tai Chi practice for relaxation. We'll start with the warm-up, standing up if possible. Otherwise, you can do it actually sitting. Just make sure that your back is not touching the back seat. If you're standing, make sure it's shoulder width. And if you don't know how to measure shoulder width, open 45 and close. Just make sure that your body weight is even. Start by interlacing your fingers and massaging back and forth and breathing slowly, regardless of how deep your breath is right now. Breathing in and out at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue breathing slowly, one hand up and now one hand backwards, and move the head up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Change. Same hand, point fingers down and continue up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Change. Now the other hand goes backwards, and now turn your head looking behind your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10, and continue. Now change downwards. 1, 2, head to the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change, lose your wrists. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now from your elbows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Now change from your shoulders, forward, upwards, backwards, and downwards. 1, 2, very slowly, full range of motion. 3, if there is pain, make sure to assess what type of pain you have. If you need massage, I can help you, or you can search someone who can help you. 4, 5, now change backwards, stretch back, upwards, forward, downwards. 1, 2, and start relaxing yourself, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to do a super quick session, so I'm sure 15 minutes. You'll get a nice workout that will help you reduce anxiety and getting you in the right mood for achieving longer and more interesting sessions. And change. Now we're going to move our hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and change to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and change. Now put your foot touching the ground, your toes, slight pressure on the toes, and we're going to both circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Change. Now to the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and change the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now change to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Change. We're good. Now we're ready. We'll start syncing and breathing, or rooting. That's how we call it, rooting. Open shoulder width, 45, open, close, and make sure you adjust your body. This is going to be the key for our first exercise, Wuji. It's commencing the form stance, or Wuji. Soften your legs, especially at the knee height, so that the body is balanced and goes through the knees, doesn't stay in the knees. We're going to pay attention to our foot. If we divide our foot in 3 equal parts without considering the toes, we are going to put attention in the first third, in the middle, and we're going to try to push slightly harder to transfer more body weight to the first third. Our body is slightly tilted forward, our heels on the ground, legs equal in effort. So there's no abduction effort or abduction effort. Everything stays neutral or in the middle. Soften the knees. Your hip area is going to be relaxed in the glutes. Then your bikini line is going to be the one kind of pivoting the movement. So we're going to relax our torso and imagine that your collarbone, basically the upper side of your head, it's like small hanger sides. So the rest of your body will hang from the head and collarbone, from your clavicles and head. We're going to relax and allow also our head to push slightly forward. Slightly forward up, as if we were trying to push the heavens. Your hands are going to loose to the side of your body, and we're going to start breathing in and out very softly. Paying attention. Attention only, or even previously, we're going to be aware of our body. So inhaling and exhaling, tongue to your upper palate. First, check up where your body breath stays. Inhale and exhale. In and out. 3 more times. In, out, in, out, in, out. Relax your glutes. Relax the rest of your upper torso. Relax the upper torso, lower and middle torso. And one more. And exhale. Now, let's get started. Double check how you're feeling, your sense. Pay attention to the first third of the foot. Now we're going to pay attention also to Lao Kong. If you put your Spider-Man hands, it's basically in the middle of our palm. So we're going to feel that concave area. This is going to be our doors, 1 or 2. Well, actually 3 and 4. 4 and 5 in our feet. The first door is in the upper head. It's called the Pieway point, which if you take from the tip of your ears up to the middle of your head, that's going to connect us to the heaven. So pay attention to these 5 doors. And we're going to put our hands slightly forward, preventing to bend the wrists over or overbending the wrists. Right? Relaxing the shoulders. Pay attention to your hands, your feet, and your head. Tongue to your upper palate. Now breathe in through those 5 doors and make sure you're standing comfortably. Inhale. And exhale. In. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the glutes, tongue to your upper palate. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale. Exhale and relax. Throw up the hands. Feel your body. Close your eyes and be aware of your full body and how it's feeling right now. Breathing slowly. Okay, and now make sure everything else is relaxed. Now we're going to cross to the next movement, which is disperse the clouds or wave hands like clouds. Let's start by lowering the left hand. You're going to go up all the way through your until you meet your eyesight. When it reaches your face, turn palms out and go down. If we were swooshing, 1, then when we reach the opposite side, turn up, turn to your face, palm down. Okay, now we're going to do it with the right hand. Push to the side, goes up, cross in front of the face, turn palm out and down. Same push, turn up, turn the palm down. And let's go down, power motion remaining, going up, turn the palm, exhaling, going down. Now we're going to do both hands. Ultimately, one hand goes up while the other hand goes down. On the face, change, hands down, up, inhale, hands change, up, inhale, exhale, change in, exhale, inhale, exhale. Same thing, and relax. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, follow your hand, turn, exhale, in, exhale, change. Now feel your body, close your eyes, make sure that your tongue touches your upper palate all the time. Breathing in, breathing out, checking how deep your breath is going. Keep relaxing. Finally, the last exercise was a very simple one. We can do it static. And lastly, the last exercise, one very simple one. We can do it static. We can do it moving or stepping. For this purpose, we're going to do it standing. So remember to soften your knees always through the whole block of exercises. That means slightly bent and soft. This last one is going to be parting the wild horse's mane. So we're going to start holding the ball right. We're going to turn left or right. In this case, right hand is going to go down, left hand is going to go up. I'm doing it as a mirror, so when you pull forward, and as if you were having a horse's mane, part it with the right hand, it goes up, right, bend, turn the right palm down, the left hand holds the ball, turn to the other side, same motion going up, part down, turn the left hand down, right knee, heels, hold the ball, turn to the left side, inhale, exhale when you're going out, parting the horse's mane, turn to the right, palm down, left holds the ball, inhale, exhale, pat the horse's mane, part, turn, inhale, Exhale, relax. Inhale, hold the ball. Exhale, part the horse's mane. And relax. Close your eyes. Feel your body. If there's like tingling sensation in your hands, perfect. That means we're doing the exercise very good all along. And if we don't worry. It's okay. It means that we need to relax a little more. The more relaxed we are, the easier the chi flows, the easier the exercise becomes, and the more fruitful it becomes as well. So it's better to relax within, breathe out, feel the breath, feel your body. And to close, something very important for ladies, right hand goes inside. So that means the thumb touches the belly button and the lower abdomen. The other palm covers the palm. And the outside thumb touches Laokung point. Remember, it's in the middle of the palm. Make sure that your elbows are pointing outwards. Outwards, not backwards. And parallel to your body. Your legs are slightly bent and soft. And gentlemen, you will do the opposite. Left hand goes inside. And right hand covers going on the outside. And we're going to breathe in and exhale. Breathe in for a second time. And exhale. Breathe in for the third. Exhale. Remember to keep your tongue to your upper palate all the time. And then we're going to do 3 circles. 3 circles around your belly button from right to left. Means clockwise. 2, 3 to the other side. 2, 3. Now, to close, you're going to pull your left hand in. Breathe in. Push the ball down. Exhale. Inhale, breathing in. From your belly button, follow the bell channel. Exhale. Now you're ready to go. Hope you enjoyed this session. If you want to learn more, please contact me. If you already are a practitioner of Tai Chi, yoga, or any internal art like Pakwa or Xingyi, that's really cool. Keep doing it. It will help you keep healthy and free of anxiety for a big majority of the time. And if you don't, please join me. It's a great exercise. It's a great way of improving your skills, to increase your resilience to uncertainty and unforeseen events. And of course, getting stronger and having a healthier, happy life. Thank you very much. Until the next time.